I want to take a look at some of these candies that were made. All of this is from maple syrup that was boiled to higher and higher temperatures. And we're going to look at the effect that the different boiling points have on the consistency of the candy. So these first ones were boiled at lower temperatures, and you can see they're still basically syrup. Um, Now they also were not treated with stirring, but if they had been boiled at a high enough temperature, then they would have started to crystallize anyway. So then our next one was boiled, I believe, at a temperature of about 111. And these are all stiff enough that we can't get a fork into them very easily. I'm going to try and pop them out here without making a mess of the syrup. All right, so visually these are very similar. The whitishness is because the candy molds were sprayed with a nonstick spray. So it's a little bit of oil that kind of dried in there. Okay, so let's take a look at this first one. And what I'm going to try and do is cut it in half with a knife here. And that breaks apart into two pieces fairly readily. I'll try this with each of these. So that one was definitely harder to break apart. Now I think this first one was probably at, I think I said about 111. I think I was up to about 113 or 14 with this second one. This one probably about the same level of difficulty breaking it apart. And then I think I was pretty close to 118 with this one. And oh boy, that one didn't want to let me in, and it broke into 3 pieces, so it was more crumbly to begin with. So the higher the temperature we have, the harder the candy becomes, and the more crumbly it's going to become, because that moisture helps to keep those pieces together as you bite into it so it doesn't all fall apart in your hand. And so each kind of candy is going to have a different desirable temperature. So if I was trying to make a hard candy, like a Jolly Rancher or something, this temperature might be the better thing to do. But I wouldn't want this many crystals. So instead of stirring it, I would want to quench it by getting the temperature to drop very, very quickly, dropping it into icy water or putting it on a cold stone. And if I were looking at a caramel, I might want something that was closer to one of these ranges, but not the rapid stirring to form lots and lots of crystals.